Pimps, Players, and Hustlers Fantasy Football League. It's your boy Lump Dog. Week number 8, Commissioner Message, and it's a happy Halloween. Woo! Spooky, creepy. Happy Halloween, y'all. Well, you know what? It's getting down to the end here, man. We only got 2 weeks left into the trading deadline. No one really seems to be separating themselves in the league other than the Puncher Clown Lump. The only ones with only one loss, sitting at the top of the North End Ballers division at 7-1. Next closest is the Mollywoppers with 5-3. So Puncher Clown Lump is clearly a 2-game streak or 2-game buffer there in his division, with only 4 left to play, or 5 left to play. Any given Sunday has kind of fallen off the map a little bit here. He's taken 3 losses in a row, and now is only 1 game out from falling to second place. There is a big cluster jam there at 4-4 in the Southside Trainees division, but it's still very competitive in that division. No one's really been eliminated from the playoff contention except for maybe Big Loads, because he does have to win out, it looks like, to make the playoffs. We had a couple trades that went down last week. We had the Papa's Rat Pack trade Blackman away for James Cameron and Golden Tate. So that seemed to work out for him, even though he had Golden Tate on his IR and didn't have him in his lineup. Why you trade for a guy and don't start him, I don't understand that one. But, the Papa's Rat Pack has his own way of doing things, So, other than that, there's really not much going on in the league. Everyone just seems to be kind of, moseying along there and not really doing much in the way of any type of interaction. Still haven't had anyone come through for the Commish Message after y'all supposedly said everyone had to make at least one Commish Message or else. So I don't know what y'all punishment's going to be, but we'll be voting on that in the rules meeting in February. So with that, let's go ahead and let's see what happened in week 8. So in the first game here, we had the Collapopin Pips take out the 289ers, 107-81. I got to go ahead and even up my record at 500. This was a huge win for me. I definitely thought with the matchups, RG3 at Denver, Eddie Lacy against Minnesota, Marshawn Lynch against the Rams. The only thing I really wasn't scared about was Edelman and Lance Moore. I figured maybe Lance Moore might catch one deep one, but glad he didn't. AJ Green I was kind of scared of, but his name ain't Marvin Jones, so looks like I had nothing to really worry about there. As you can see, I'm led on my team there with Kaepernick finally showing up at 33 in my starting lineup. Josh Gordon, doesn't matter who his quarterback is, he just seems to put up points, except if it's Whedon. Terrence Williams, big pickup for me a couple weeks ago, 13, then 6 from D-Jax. He seems to have been slowing down. 10 from Daniel Thomas. I had to go with the old bye-week replacement for the running backs, so that kind of hurt. And then the Packers D with only 12. I actually had 18 points from them in that last touchdown from Ponder, -6. I was getting a little scared for there because I thought Marshawn Lynch on Monday night was going to go off, but really didn't do much there, as you can see, with only 2 points. Eddie Lacy was 16 from the 289ers, 12 from AJ Green, and then 26 from the Cardinals. And once again, 289ers picks up Kendall Wright. I don't know what it is with this guy. He just likes wide receivers that don't catch touchdowns. So, whatever. He thinks it's a PPR league. He's leading the league in catches. Hey, bruh. Ain't no points for receptions here in this league, so might want to look into that. Next game, we had the Haters get the big win over the Juggernauts, 119-111. Marvin Jones showing up big time, 4 touchdowns, 122 yards receiving, 37 points. Free agent pickup of the week for sure. Aaron Rodgers with 35, Saints D with 20, and man, what a huge pickup that was, because you can see, man, Steven Jackson with 0, Austin Trayvon Austin was 0, and then Foray was 0. 3 guys in his lineup with 0 points, but still ends up putting up 119 to take out the Jugs. Juggernauts led on his team with Stafford with 39, 11 from Tolbert, 15 from the 49ers D, and that was really all to say. Didn't get any zeros, but didn't get any big points out of anybody other than Stafford, so we'll see how the Juggernauts can bounce back this week. In the next game, this is the Bagaki game of the week. We had the Brewdogs take out A-Team 67-62. Man, A-Team has got to be kicking himself to be losing a game when the other team only scores 67 points. I mean, that has just got to kill you right there, man, for real. Eli Manning, I mean, A-Team just has quarterback problems all around. Eli Manning with only 16. Adrian Peterson really hasn't done what he's did last year. Maybe he turns it up here now. We're getting to the second half of the season, but only 14 points. And I say only because it's AP. 16 from the Steelers D. You could see that if A-Team had started either of the quarterbacks on his bench, either Glennon or Alex Smith, he would have won that game. Brewdogs, Tom Brady been killing them once again, only 10 points. 19 from McFadden, 16 from Gore, and really that's all about say about that team right there. Oh, but props to Dareboy for the free agent pickup this week. That's what's up, Dareboy. That's how you play fantasy football, man. Make yourself a free agent pickup. That's what's up. Playing that waiver wire. And then the next game, man, we had the Papa's Rat Pack take out the Mollywops 141-111. The Papa's Rat Pack is our weekly winner. Wins out that cash. Drew Brees led his team with 53, 13 from Ridley, 10 from Miller, and then 16 from Emmanuel Sanders. 30 from the Broncos D was a huge chip in there, and then 10 from the Goskowski kicker. And trading away Blackman and getting Cameron, I guess, ended up working out well for him, especially since Golden Tate also had 2 touchdowns, but, again, didn't start him, so no help from him there. Well, hopefully that doesn't hurt him down the road here, but for 1 week it worked out for him for sure. Mollywops, 35 from Manning. He's kind of seemed to be slowing down a little bit. I don't know if he's just getting, if the bye week's coming at the right time for him, or if he's just getting old and can't throw that ball like he used to, but still respect. I mean, 35, if that's a bad game, man, give me a bad game every week, right? Fred Jackson with 10, 14 from Welker, 13 from Demarius Thomas, 15 from Jimmy Graham, and 14 from the Eagles D. Next game, we have the URSO unregistered sex offenders take out the Big Loads, 118-84. Big Loads has just had bad luck all year long. Kemble Tompkins with 0. Orange Julius goes out with an injury, only ends up with 2 points. Tannehill had to roll with only 16, or was that 8? Yeah, 16. So, man, and he's a Dolph Dogs fan too, so that's got to be killing him too. But Jordy Nelson showing up with the big 26 there for him. Wasn't enough to get over past the URSO. 15 from Matt Ryan, 10 from Le'Veon Bell, 18 from Noshawn Moreno, and then 13 from Stevie J, 19 from the Starscream Dez Bryant, which I'm loving that new nickname of his, Starscream, because we all know that we have Megatron. So for all you Transformer nerds out there, I like the dual names there. 13 from the Nick Folk, and then 18 from the defense for Seattle. And then in the last game, missing the weekly prize by 1, or actually I should say 2 points. 1 point to split it, but 2 points to win it. Puncher Clown Lump with 140, taking out Any Given Sunday 94. Any Given Sunday now dropped his 3rd in a row. Again, I'm not sure if this team is just starting to slow down, or if it's just going through a lull and then pick its scoring pace back up like it was in the beginning of the year. Romo with 32, 15 from Alfred Morris, 5 from McCoy. Talk about slowing down. There's a guy that's been slowing down, LaShawn McCoy, really, big time. 10 from Fitzgerald, 17 from Dan Bailey, and that was really about it in his team. In the Puncher Clown Lump section here, we had Christian Ponder with 18, was his bye week there. Traded for Phillip Rivers on a bye week. That's smart. But still ended up plunder and actually ended up doing better than Matty Ice. So great trade. 22 or 24 from Ellington, 11 from Jamal Charles, 39 from Megatron, and then a big 35 from the Bengals D. So there you have it. There was week 8 in the Pimps, Players, and Hustlers fantasy football. Yep, there you have it. That was week 8, y'all. So Once again, reminder, we got the trade deadline coming up week 10. If your guys play on Thursday night upcoming, that means you cannot trade them after Thursday, obviously. You only have until Thursday to make a trade if they are involved in the Thursday game. Sunday's games, obviously, you have until Sunday morning, 5 minutes before the 10 o'clock games, West Coast time, 10 a.m. West Coast time, to make those final trades. So get them in while you can. Try to, get those benches, shored up for the playoff push, So holler at me if you're looking for a trade, man. I got receivers. Who needs a receiver? I need a running back. Holla. Anyway, Lump Dogs out. See y'all week 9. Peace.